Hi, welcome to another Crafty Hangouts on Air. I'm Paula Biggs, and today we are doing a baby shower favor using onlinelabels.com's full sheet and 3x3 inch square sheet label templates. This baby shower favor is pretty easy to do, and you know, when you do party favors, either love coming up with them or you hate coming up with them. There's usually no in between for people, but this one is pretty easy for a baby shower. It goes with most themes. It is a seed packet, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a cute little label for the front of the seed packs that has a little poem and thanking the guests for coming to the party. And now I brought this baby shower favor to 4 different levels. So depending on how much time and effort you want to put into making them and money you want to put into making them, you have options. The first thing that you can do, the first level, is just tying 2 packets of seeds together with a little bow and sticking the label to the front of the seed packet. That's perfect. Display them in a nice a pot or something like that. Filled with paper shred as for guests as they go out the door. That would be a great way to do something like this. So to get there, I have, okay, here's a little hint for you. I usually buy my labels in full sheet because I stick them to a ton of different things. And having the full sheet, not having to deal with changing templates because from one project to the next, I have some flexibility. So I cut these down to 3x3 from the full sheet labels at onlinelabels.com, but I also created a template for you that you can download to print them off to their pre-made 3x3 square template. So it's even easier if you want to do it that way. But for me, I printed it off my printer and cut them down to 3-inch squares. So that's why they look like this. Otherwise, you would just peel them off a full sheet if you're using the 3x3 template. Depends on your level of commitment there. So we got our sticker. All we do is put it onto the seed package, put our seed packages together, and then tie a ribbon around to where it looks like that. Okay, so that's level 1. That's the first favor that you can make with this. If you want to get a little more fancy, you can bring in a flower pot and put the seeds into a flower pot like that. Maybe put a little bit of paper shred in them. Maybe decorate around the top of the pot a little bit. It's up to you. But that would be level 2. Level 3, you can make one of these cute paper flowers and just stick it in with your seed pack for a nice little embellishment. And I'll show you how to make these flowers in just a second. So level 4 is to do all of the above. We decorate a pot. We tie the seeds together with our online label, and we make paper flowers. So it's a cute little presentation with flowers and seeds. So the recipient will remember your baby after the baby after they plant them. All right, so to make the complete baby shower favor and level 4, we start with a terracotta pot. I just went ahead and spray painted these white with my favorite paint. And then after that, I went and I found some really fun scrapbook paper that all kind of complements each other, and it's all patterned. So I wanted kind of a bohemian look to it. And to rim the top of my pot here, I cut 1.5-inch strips of paper. Now, believe it or not, the 12 inches does not go around the top of that. So what you have to do, I'll move that so you can see what I'm doing. Just take a glue stick and tape them together. You've got a nice long strip. And I always make sure the seam goes to the back when I do these things. So we're going to attach it to the rim here. You can use double stick tape. You can use glue stick. Most of that will work, but I'm a lazy crafter, so I always use my glue gun. A little glue gun action, and we stick it on the rim. Stick that end on the rim. And then we just cut the extra off. And ta-da! There's layer one. Now that wasn't enough embellishment for me, so I had to go for a second contrasting piece, and I chose some black and white splashy dots. They aren't perfect polka dots, so I think it looks all the cooler. And then I'm going to find my seam here in the back and just glue my second seam right over that and kind of center it around. Oop. I missed. Wrong seam. Happens when you're not paying attention, right? So this seam, I want the long one to come around. Okay. And just cut off the extra and glue it down. This takes a couple seconds. It's not a entirely tedious process here. So you've got a cute little contrasting band there. All right, so after we have that done, go ahead and fill it with paper shred. There we go. And we'll add one of our seed packet. And just tuck it in the back there. Make sure your seam is to the back. And add a flower. All right. Now to make those flowers is actually really easy. Not much to it. And just remember, perfectly imperfect is the best thing when it comes to making paper flowers. Just like in nature, that no two are alike and no two are perfectly perfect in every way. So what I do is I take 2 3x3" squares of the color paper that I choose for my flower, and I have a nice floral pattern pink here. Place them over top of each other, and I freehand cut. It's easiest for me to do it this way. If it's easier for you to draw on the back, draw your shape on the back of one and then cut it out, that's fine too. That works just as well. So I cut 5 petals into my flower. All right, and then we start assembling, or start making the flower. And the key to making these look just a little more, well, I'm not going to say realistic, but a little more lifelike, is bending the petals up. So I take my finger, put it in the middle, and then bend the petals around it. And I do that for every single petal. It takes just a second. And after I've done it that way, I bend the tips in. And that'll give the flowers just a little bit more dimension. It just takes a second to do. And then we glue them together. Now you can use any type of glue you want for this, but as I said before, I'm a lazy crafter, so I use my glue gun. You just glue them together, kind of set them off center, so they're not perfectly on top of each other, so your petals have a little more chance to be dimensional and full. And just kind of bend them up a little bit more to where you get a nice looking flower. Now I put little yellow centers in mine using the same yellow band that went around the pot. I just cut out a little circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. And again, the glue gun comes out. Now to put these in the pot on the little sticks, these are just bamboo skewers. It is 99 cents for a bag of 100, and they're a great craft item to have. I use them for so much. So just pop one in half. Oh, of course that one didn't come out clean. Take your glue gun, put a little hot glue on there, and you have a flower. Now, if you'd like to put a stem on your, a leaf on your flower, I just take a piece of green paper. Mine is kind of a stripy chevron, and just kind of freehand cut a leaf. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. Put a little glue on your stem. Oof, sticking to the table here. And add it to your flower. Voila, we're done. So we take that and we stick it in our pot. And we are all ready for giving. Thank you again for joining me on Crafty Hangouts on Air. I will go ahead and put up the links to the templates on onlinelabels.com so you can find those. And thank you again for joining me. Have a great day.